If this video hits 100,000 views, I will give it away to one of my followers for free. Welcome to the banks of the Bogafly River. In this case, I found a guitar that I've been chasing for years and years. My bucket list still exists. I've owned amazing guitars, but this is one of the guitars I wanted to own. Now, it's going to be surprising and shocking, and I want you to buckle in. So, I'm Jeremy. This is Guitar Hunter. Make sure you're subscribed, because this thing, you've probably never seen... Okay, you've probably seen one of these, but you've never seen one like this. So, let's check this thing out. This is proper, like, dream guitar setup. Wait, what? How? Why? Why is this such a special guitar? This is just a cheap-y, I mean, my grandpa had one of these, and it's terrible, and it's sat in his garage forever. It's a birch top, mahogany back and sides. Listen, this is a Baxendale conversion. This guitar has had some very specific rebuilding occur on the inside, and it makes it sound like this. As I've heard it. Scott Baxendale has a background. He's in that top tier of, he's been involved in so many cool guitar companies. Most notably, he was connected with Mossman, and he was connected with George Gruen and Gruen's guitars. So this guy properly knows what's going on. He knows what makes great guitars. Somewhere along the way, he started making conversions. And so what he does is he'll take an old familiar guitar that wasn't made to particularly good quality or standards, and then he is able to, and this is where it gets a little, he calls it proprietary. His conversion consists of updating the bracing on the inside of that guitar. Now, most of these guitars, if you're making cheap guitars, the way you make cheap guitars that are sold to kids is you make them tough as nails. You use hard glue. You use heavy braces. You brace these things for just the onslaught that's going to come from being thrown on a bedroom floor, kicked into the back of a car, bouncing around without a gig bag or a case, and this guitar shows it. But those guitars are still great. You think Harmony, you think Kay, you think Maybell, all of these guitars that were built along the way that were cheapy, made for students, what they do is they convert these guitars. They convert these guitars by putting them into a pre-war, a Martin-style X-brace on the inside of the guitar. So they X-brace them instead of ladder brace like they would have come out. They forward shift that. There's some scalloping. There's some tucking of those braces. After bracing and revoicing the top, they also are going to add a new bridge most of the time of the ones I've seen. New bridge, new saddle. They're going to refret the neck, and they're going to make sure that this thing plays great. So this becomes a bit of a resto mod, and they're remarkably good. They're not that expensive also. So this guitar is worth about $1,250. It's going to be for sale. This guitar, I don't have a need for it or a way to keep it, but I wanted to catch it, talk about it, see it in real life, make a video on it, and then pass it on to one of you. If this video hits 100,000 views, I will give it away to one of my followers for free. So let's keep that in mind. Share this with your guitar playing friends.
Pop this thing open?
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen one of these in person.
I have a number of restored Harmony guitars, like a bunch of them.
Okay, cool.
From maybe 4 or 5 different restoration companies.
Cool.
So this is a Baxendale, Scott Baxendale, and that was done when he was in
Oh yeah, it's a 2018.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's not that, you know, it's a mid-60s guitar.
Right.
But I have his. I have one by Morris Rowell, who's in Byram, Georgia, who does it probably the most intricate work. He has a really interesting way he does it, and he X-braces guitars. And then I have this Moonlight. I have two from Moonlight luthiers in Maryland.
Okay.
One of the different things he does is he V-braces a lot of them.
Okay, interesting.
Which of course is tailors. Some tailors are V-brace. So
but isn't, I mean, V-bracing's like late 1800s. People
but he V-braces them.
Right.
And then another one, I have I've had several, but I've got one guitar from a guy in Flowood, Mississippi, which is near Jackson.
Right.
B&W Guitar Restorations, and he X-braces them. He does some of them. He doesn't even X-brace. He just leaves them ladder brace and does a lot of neck resets and stuff. This whole restoration process, I like the idea that they're using, in most cases, unplayable guitars.
Right.
When they start working on the unplayable, they you don't have to cut down any more mahogany for it or whatever. It's all sustainable. It's all long done. When they're done, if it's done right, the guitars are going to be stable because the wood's stable.
Right.
The wood,
it's old. It's dried out.
It's dried out. It's going to be real stable. It's a cheaper process than buying a Martin or a new Gibson.
Yeah.
So all of those things appeal to me, and they're vintage guitars. You know.
Yeah. What year is this one?
I think it's around 65.
Right, yeah.
And it's birch. It's a birch front, a top guitar.
Birch top, and it's a solid top, right?
Yeah, solid. I think it's solid. Yeah. And so.
And then is the bridge new?
I suspect.
Looks like
because
it.
I didn't buy it directly from.
Right.
I bought it on the used market.
Okay.
I suspect that he's. Well, I'm almost certain. I'm certain he changed the bridge.
Right.
He probably. He braced
frets.
it. Yeah, he did. Their quote unquote proprietary system. He calls it.
I've tried to work with Scott. One time in particular, I had two guitars. I had two guitars that were really worthy of converting. One was a 1930s Maybell, maybe 1940s. It was stunning. It was a beautiful, I believe it was maple back and sides and a spruce top, but it had mile-high action, needed a neck reset, needed all of the help it could get from new bracing and some TLC from the Baxendale style conversion. I also had a Harmony H150, which is one of their giant, I think it's a 17-inch dread. It's a humongous dread, or a jumbo. And so I called Scott. I got his phone number. I called him. We talked for about an hour. And the plan was, hey, I'm going to send you two guitars. One of them you can have. So those, the jumbos, I know those work really well for him. He could convert it, sell it, make some money. The other one was, hey, I want you to document some of the process of the Maybell conversion, and then we'll put that together and I'll make a video. Now, this was really in the peak of when I was doing YouTube videos all the time, full time. And so the plan was, I'll give you the jumbo, you convert it, you sell it. I'll give you the Maybell, you fix that one up and convert it for me. At the end, on my dime, I'll fly out to New Mexico. I'll finish filming with you. We'll do the reveal. We'll do an interview. It will be a full feature on my channel. And then a couple months go by after that phone call, and I was like, hey, I'm ready to send the guitar. And Scott had no recollection of it, and so the deal just didn't work out. It just didn't happen for us to make that deal. I don't know. He's busy. It was a little confusing. Is it well executed, and what's this guitar actually worth in the end? Okay, so this guitar spec-wise, it's a birch top, and it is, I mean, that looks like birch back as well. I mean, if I'm honest, maybe mahogany. It's an interesting, everything about this looks like a cheapy guitar. But It sounds killer and it plays really well. So is it done well? Yes. One of the biggest additions is he adds Grovers on the back of the headstock here. And so these are good open gear tuners, and this guitar, it ends up really reminding me of like a Martin 00018. It's light, it's boisterous, it just is so good. I could just see this thing being a perfect campfire guitar. Now, it ends up being about $1,000, $1,200 for the conversion. And so I think unless you're getting these guitars for almost nothing, 50 bucks, 100 bucks, I think to me, I think $1,500 in my brain is about where I would max out what I personally think this is worth. But what's cool about this one is that it does have an adjustable truss rod. So it's spec-wise, it's just a funky bluesy guitar. My last thing is a bit of a critique. It's interesting. So this guitar, the quality of the bridge as they put it on, and I'll take some video so you can see this closer. But you can tell that it's a new bridge. They put a new bridge on it, they put a new saddle. That's exciting and that's good. But as they did it, there is visible glue squeeze out all around this guitar. Also, when you look, and I noticed just in the reflection, if you can see in the sky there is just a haze of dried glue that did not get wiped off when this bridge was glued on. And so maybe this is an early conversion, but that part of it, oh, I see another thing. Okay, so that's part of it that is just, I mean, all of this stuff, this is real wear all this stuff. Real wear, it really happened. This is the life of the guitar. There's a crack up here. But that squeeze out on the top is really, it's pretty unforgivable. Like, I would be pretty sad if I paid, $1,000 or $1,200 for the conversion and it came out. Because one thing is vintage and mojo, the other one is just not good work. And I think this falls more in the not good work section. The other thing I just noticed is that there is a plug drilled in the fingerboard here. I don't think, this is a dovetail joint neck. Okay, I can see more. So it looks like that's like the 15th fret. On the 15th fret, it's probably where they had to take the fret out, drill a hole, shoot some steam to get this neck off of the guitar. But it's not very well done, the plug, fixing it up afterwards. Overall, I don't mean to be too critical of this guitar. I think it sounds freaking unbelievable. Plays great. So, like I said, make this video hit 100,000 views and I will give this to one of you for free. So, thanks for watching this video. I'm Jeremy. This really is a bucket list guitar. It's so cool. It makes me wish I had bought all those yard sale guitars. But anyway, if you're looking for a cool vintage guitar and you can't afford a 00018 because they're like $4,000, $5,000, this is so cool. Check out, I'll put a list of, there are builders, not just Scott Baxendale, there are other people doing conversions. I think Stay Gold is doing some of the coolest stuff in this world. Old cowboy guitars, slot headstock guitars, big, just cool, wide binding or wide purfling on the top. Cool, cool, cool. All right, well, thanks for watching this video. I'm Jeremy, and this has been On the Banks of the Bogaflaya. Hey, it's the next day. I put this video together, and the song I played yesterday by the Bogaflaya was copyrighted, so it wouldn't let me monetize the video. So here's a song by me, and that's not the Bogaflaya. That's just a pond in South Louisiana. Here we go. Carry my bones across this land. Lay